Right now at 6, school leaders in Beloit are sharing more information after an alleged sexual assault of several girls during a class trip.
Flooding remains a concern for many living near the Wisconsin River as it continues to rise.
And they are the colors of the season, green, yellow, and orange, as the terrace chairs make their return.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 6.
And thanks for joining us. We are learning more about what could have happened on a school-sponsored field trip where several Beloit Memorial students were allegedly sexually assaulted.
Details are coming from the Orange County Sheriff's Office in Florida and the School District of Beloit. Adam Duxter shares what he's learning. Adam?
Well, Eric and Susan, well, an initial police report said that the parents of these alleged victims were notified and that they didn't want to press charges. It's likely a sheriff's deputy never made contact with them at all, and that's just the beginning.
One of the teenagers on the Beloit Memorial band trip to Florida, who asked not to be shown on camera, says she remembers the exact moment she first heard something was wrong.
One of my friends was one of the girls, and she told me almost right away when it happened, and we reported it to the chaperones, and then other girls started coming out and saying the same thing happened to them.
The group of students were on a school-sponsored field trip as a part of their band program. A police report details that while on the trip, one male student allegedly sexually assaulted several female classmates. The student I spoke with says these details came out towards the end of the trip. She says police were called and the boy was sent home on a plane, separate from the rest of her classmates. She anticipated the boy would face a serious punishment.
I really thought that he was going to be expelled, or he would at least have a longer suspension.
But she says today, the boy is back in school. Since Wednesday, we've been asking the school district of Beloit to comment on the situation. For the first time, they did, saying they can't say anything because the student in question is a minor. Wednesday, we spoke to a parent of one of the alleged victims who says she was never contacted by police. Police say it was a school chaperone who told the Florida Sheriff's deputy that parents didn't want to press charges.
There's many people that are angry at him, and he shouldn't be there because it's not creating a safe environment for the girls who were the victims, and then it makes other girls not feel safe too.
And that police report that was filed about 10 days ago originally said that Beloit police were notified right away. Beloit police saying, though, it took until today before they were brought into the loop. Another student I spoke with said unwanted sexual conduct like this is not uncommon at Beloit Memorial.
All right, Adam, thank you. Let's check your first alert forecast now on this chilly Thursday. Here's meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Well, Eric, it's chilly because of the cloud cover. You can see that pretty easily on the camera view from the Edgewater Skycam by the Capitol. But the visible satellite cloud track pretty much shows the same story. Lots of clouds across the state, but notice to our west, those clouds are starting to break up west of Eau Claire. We'll still see mostly cloudy skies tonight, but we should turn pretty sunny pretty quickly tomorrow. A few sprinkles of rain out toward Green Bay and also to our northwest. Those will diminish. I'm not looking for any rain across southern Wisconsin. Right now, our viewing area is free of precipitation. Temperatures, though, are on the cool side. 44 in Madison, 46 in Milwaukee. Notice La Crosse, they're a little bit milder at 50 degrees. They've had a few peaks of sunshine out there, but the winds are still pretty brisk out of the north and northwest at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seeing a few gusts up to about 20 to 25 miles per hour. By tomorrow morning, those temperatures will be dropping into the upper 30s, but will turn sunny very quickly tomorrow. It'll be windy during the day. The high temperature topping out at 57, but those winds should die down during the afternoon. That's your News 3 Now First Alert forecast.
And we have some flooding concerns to our north as the Wisconsin River continues to rise. Both Adams and Columbia County officials have sent out alerts to residents. Our Keely Arthur has a look at the rising water near Portage.
This area is no stranger to flooding. Just this past summer, parts of the interstate about 2 miles west of us were actually shut down because of flooding. Obviously not so bad right now, but water is encroaching on some of these properties. Residents here say the water level has risen quite a bit since yesterday, and officials say it could get worse. Because of melting snow from the north and recent storms, the Wisconsin River is expected to continue to rise. As of this morning, the river is at 7 17 feet, which is considered action stage, the high water level stage just before flood stage. By this Saturday, April 20th, it's predicted to be at 20 feet. That level is considered a major flooding stage. Now, officials are acting right now and have already shut down some minor roads in the Portage area, especially near Black Hawk Park, an area that often floods. Sandbags are available to residents at the Columbia County Highway Shop in Wyocena. If you see water on the road, follow the golden rule. Turn around, don't drown. As little as 6 inches of moving water can sweep a car off the road. Now, Adams County is dealing with similar problems and taking similar precautions. Officials there say if you thought about going on the river this weekend, try to rethink things. The current could be very strong. For details on where to get sandbags in both Adams County and Columbia County, head to our website, channel3000.com. In Portage, Keely Arthur, News 3 Now.
There is a new grant helping the dairy industry in Wisconsin. Governor Evers announced a $750,000 grant that will help UW-Madison establish the Beverage Innovation Center. This is a new center for excellence that will be the center of dairy research on campus.
This new initiative will be a collaborative effort that will provide small businesses and entrepreneurs the resources they need to translate their great ideas and discoveries into commercial products.
Governor Evers adds the center could help dairy farmers dealing with a milk surplus, since the Center for Excellence will also provide them with a new avenue in the beverage industry.
Foxconn says it remains committed to long-term job growth in Wisconsin the day after the governor said it was unrealistic to expect the company could employ 13,000 people as originally promised. Foxconn did not mention that 13,000 number in its statement out today. It could get nearly $3 billion in tax credits if it employs that many people and invest $10 billion on the Wisconsin project over 10 years. However, the liquid crystal display factory it is currently building in the state is much smaller than the original plan when the contract was written. The governor says he would like to revisit that contract.
There's a new push tonight to fully legalize marijuana in our state. Democratic Representative Melissa Sargent is proposing a bill for the 4th time. She's highlighted jobs and the economic benefits that legalization could create in Wisconsin. The plan faces opposition from Republican lawmakers who do not support recreational use. But Assembly Speaker Robin Vos has said he would be open to a limited form of medical marijuana. Sargent says she's not afraid of the mountain she has to climb.
Public support, both nationally and right here in the great state of Wisconsin, is at an all-time high, and frankly, continues to grow. The people of Wisconsin have said loud and clear that the prohibition of marijuana is not working.
Governor Tony Evers included legalization of medical marijuana in his state budget proposal, but his office did not respond to our request for comment about whether he would support Sargent's bill.
New U.S. Census figures show Dane County led the state in population growth in 2018, the county adding almost 6,000 people. Overall, Wisconsin gained about 21,500, remaining the 20th most populous state. Milwaukee County lost about 2,400 residents. The State Journal reports that since the beginning of the decade, just over half of Wisconsin's 72 counties have grown, adding about 147,000 people. The rest, mainly rural counties in the north, saw a combined decline of about 19,500 residents. The goal is to have the Sun Prairie Boys and Girls Club up and running by January. Today, community leaders were on site for the facility's groundbreaking. The nonprofit turning a former church on Windsor Street into a daycare and youth center. The club purchased the 26,000 square foot facility for $1.2 million. Michael Johnson, the CEO of the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County, says the Boys and Girls Club in Sun Prairie will serve about 125 people every single day. It is a day many of us look forward to every spring.
The terrace chairs are back at the Memorial Union. People got the chance this afternoon to help bring them out for the season. The 2019 terrace season will include Terrace After Dark's music and movie series. There will also be yoga on the terrace, paddling rentals, and arts and crafts events. Later this season, the Brat Stand, the Barbecue Stand, the Lakeview Lounge, and the Sunset Lounge will all be open. Well, after missing a major milestone in her daughter's life, a woman is given a special gift.
And we're sharing her journey. It's next on News 3 Now at 6. Stay with us. The little things in life we so often take for granted, and one woman in Fall River is a living example of that.
Jamie Perez joins us now with this woman's story about our need to be heard. Jamie?
Right, so this woman I spoke to today definitely humbled me, and I'm sure she will humble all of you as well with her story about how listening is one of the greatest gifts that we have. Watching her daughter say the words "I do" will forever be one of the greatest moments in Kate Deacon's life.
Tyler, take this ring as a sign of my welcome to the building.
Not because she witnessed her baby girl starting a new chapter. No, for Kate, this meant so much more.
I'm missing out on too much with my family.
Ever since Kate was small, she had a tough time hearing words. At age 24, she failed a hearing test. She's been wearing hearing aids ever since. But when her now son-in-law asked the words, "Will you marry me?" to Kate's daughter, Kate didn't hear any of it.
It was such a happy time, and he did it so romantically. And I was there, and I saw it. But it was all in echoes and all in muffles, and I couldn't hear what was said.
It was at that moment she realized she could not miss one more word. Kate learned about this device from her audiologist, but was hesitant to get it implanted.
This is the part that the doctor would place during a surgery. This sits under the skin behind your ear, and this is what the electrodes that go into the cochlea are. And then on the outside, you would wear this piece. This would sit on your ear, and this would stick to the head and connects to the internal device.
But after considering what her alternative was,
I had nothing to lose.
Kate had the surgery. And at first,
everything kind of sounded like R2-D2 Star Wars. And then after a week, everything became crystal clear.
It's the little things in life she didn't know she was missing.
I was outside and a leaf was blowing across the street. Didn't know what it was at first. I just heard it. And then I realized I can hear a leaf.
The things she didn't realize she needed.
It's taken away so much depression and so much isolation in my life.
The words she would never dream of missing.
I can take your time.
But more than just hearing, I could feel what they were saying to each other because I could hear the different expressions in their voices. And I cried because that was the moment I really realized my cochlear surgery was successful.
Kate's daughter didn't make it for our interview, but she did send these words saying what this meant to her.
I guess now my favorite part of her hearing journey is because she sees and, more importantly, hears the world in a whole new light.
And a whole new world of words that Kate will never miss again.
Now that I can hear the words, I belong again.
Kate wanted me to add that if anyone watching right now is struggling with hearing loss or just isn't hearing enough from their hearing aid, you don't have to suffer in silence. She said that her implant was a very scary thing for her to try, but she doesn't regret it at all, especially because her second daughter is getting married soon. She will be able to hear all of that as well.
A whole new world for her.
Exactly.
We appreciate her sharing that story with us, and you as well. Jamie Perez reporting. Jamie, thank you.
Thanks, Jamie.
We have a slight chance of rain tonight, but the sun should be back tomorrow.
Gary's also talking about the weekend forecast. That's coming up next at 6.
Teaching has been called one of the most important jobs someone can have.
But school districts are finding it more difficult to hire new teachers and keep them around. In Wisconsin, it's a real problem. Universities say there's been a big decrease in the number of students looking to go into the education field. A task force team with the University of Wisconsin system is working to figure out possible solutions to the problem.
One thing that we heard is this feeling that they don't always have the support they need from parents and the public, which is why the task force is not just focused on this question of how do we get more people into teacher education, but how do we raise the public's esteem for teaching and teachers.
Tonight at 10, we talk to teachers about why fewer people are interested in the job, and we ask the task force for your help to come up with solutions, and we'll have their recommendations tonight on News 3 Now at 10.
We turn now to Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti joining us with the forecast. Many people perhaps with tomorrow off, hoping for a little warm up from what we experienced today.
Just getting rid of the clouds will make a big difference in the temperatures. We'll see that because right now we're stuck underneath the clouds. You can see that in a visible cloud track. Pretty much most of the Midwest socked in by clouds, but notice the sky starting to clear across Minnesota. Even some of that clearing trying to make it into far western Wisconsin, even a few breaks in the clouds over toward the La Crosse area. And temperatures have actually been about 5 to 10 degrees warmer where there have been some breaks in the clouds. Now, also, you can see a couple of very light showers that popped up over parts of southern Minnesota. The air aloft is still pretty cool, so when you get some sunshine and temperatures start to warm up near the ground, you can see a couple of showers pop up, but these will fizzle down very quickly as we get closer to sunset because the temperatures near the ground will cool off pretty rapidly, and that'll be the end of the showers. But if you take a look at future track, according to our GFS computer model, beginning on Easter Sunday in the evening, notice no precipitation across southern Wisconsin. I can't rule out an isolated shower or thunderstorm on Easter Sunday afternoon, but the better chances will arrive Sunday night, and that next weather system from Sunday night into Monday and early Tuesday of next week could bring us about a ½ inch of rain across much of southern Wisconsin. The time lapse from the Queen Bee Radio Skycam in Platteville shows cloudy skies, even a couple of sprinkles of rain during the day, but not much in the way of clearing. The live view from the Queen Bee Radio Skycam still showing mostly cloudy skies, maybe a little bit of sunshine on the far western horizon there. That's about as close as it's getting right now. The WISC Skycam looking off toward the east, no sunshine there. We're stuck underneath the clouds. And the Edgewater Skycam in downtown Madison showing the Capitol shrouded in clouds as well. As we check out the almanac for today, our high temperature, 59 degrees. That was early this morning. Low temperature dropped to 43 this afternoon, and we've been just above that over the last couple of hours. We're at 44 now with a north-northwesterly breeze at 9 miles per hour. Temperatures mainly in the 40s here, but notice where there's some sunshine, temperatures are in the 50s out to the west, and we should make the mid to upper 50s for tomorrow. Compared to 24 hours ago, though, temperatures sharply colder. This is where temperatures yesterday were in the 70s, close to 80 degrees at this time, whereas to our north and west, they were already in the cooler air. They're starting to warm up, so that's the sign of improvement that we have coming in. The storm from yesterday heading off to the east, the Carolinas get hit with severe weather tomorrow, some of that tonight heading through Mississippi and much of Tennessee. And then out to the west, notice this large area of clearing here. That'll be moving in for much of the Easter weekend. So that will keep us relatively quiet and also allow our temperatures to warm back up. Right now, the cold front that brought the showers and thunderstorms yesterday off to the east of us, and those temperatures on the cool side, but they will start warming up. Notice back in the eastern portion of Montana, temperatures already in the 60s. Overnight, mostly cloudy, breezy, cooler, low temperature dropping to 37. At this point, I think the shower chances are over. For tomorrow, though, we'll turn sunny very quickly, and it'll be windy and not as cool with a high temperature of 57. As we check out future track, you can see the skies staying generally cloudy overnight with low temperatures in the upper 30s, but very quickly we clear out for tomorrow, highs in the upper 50s. Tomorrow night, clear skies, lighter winds, temperatures drop into the mid 30s, and then on Saturday, those temperatures rebound back into the middle 60s. Notice the winds becoming westerly and eventually southwesterly. As we look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, that'll get us up close to 70 or a little bit above 70 for Easter Sunday with just a slight chance of an afternoon shower or thunderstorm. Temperatures next week generally around 60 to the mid 60s with just a few chances for rain.
So far, so good for the Bucks against the Pistons, and the good news is it's not just a Giannis one-man show. The story's coming up in sports. The Bucks and Pistons head to Detroit for Game 3 of their NBA playoff series Saturday night at 7. Game 4 is next Monday in Detroit. The Bucks were pretty impressive in their 2 wins at 5-serve forum. MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo has been really good, but he's getting a lot of help from Chris Middleton, Eric Bledsoe, and guys off the bench like Pat Connaughton. Last night, Connaughton had 18 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 block shots. He really helped spark the Bucks, who were losing at halftime last night.
We're at our best when our energy is high and, the intensity is high and, we're playing fast. And for me, that's kind of been what I've been trying to do all year. Make sure that, when I come off the bench, I have that intensity, I have that, effort, and that's something that, I think all of us guys are trying to bring, but especially the guys off the bench because, we can play a big role in any game, let alone playoffs.
The last time the Brewers and Dodgers met at Miller Park, the Dodgers won Game 7 of the National League Championship Series. Tonight, the stakes are a little lower, but it's the first of a 4-game weekend series. Christian Yelich won the MVP award last year. He hasn't slowed down a bit to start this season. He leads the National League with 9 homers and 26 RBI, and his batting average is .356. Surprisingly, Yelich has been spending a little extra time in the batting cage trying to improve his swing because he says it's been a little off lately.
Like I've said before, I'm all about feel and just searching for feels, trying different things. And, baseball's a weird game, like I said, and you never know what's going to happen every night.
It's still incredibly fun to watch and incredible to watch. And it's so rare when you watch things like that it doesn't get boring. I mean, he's doing incredible things.
Finn, the bat dog, has been making the rounds, appearing in minor league baseball parks. Finn is a lovable black lab that retrieves the bat and brings it back to the dugout. But recently in Las Vegas, a grumpy umpire didn't seem to think old Finn was all that entertaining. Watch this. The ump took the bat and tossed it away. Made Finn work a little harder than he should have, but nevertheless, Finn still did his job. By the way, 10,000 fans in the stands booed that umpire.
Aww,
Get off my lawn, dog.
Yeah. That's
great.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, exactly.
Silly.
Final check, Gary.
Lots of clouds for tonight, but looks like the rain chances are pretty small. Temperatures, though, on the chilly side, 44 right now in Madison. A couple degrees warmer out to the west where there have been at least a couple of peaks of sunshine. Winds, though, still out in the northwest, about 10 to 20 miles per hour. 57 for high tomorrow, windy during the day. 65 Saturday and 72 on Easter Sunday. Temperatures next week generally between about 60 and 65 with just a couple of chances for rain.
All right, Gary, thank you very much, and thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
See you back here tonight at 10, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your evening.